Hello, and welcome to the July 26th stream of Skin Deep Development. I am Brendan Chung, and today we're going to start with a little recap of what we did yesterday. So we've been working on what happens when the player falls from a tall distance. And in Skin Deep, what happens is you fall flat on your back. You're kind of immobilized. So let's try it out. I'm going to drop the player from the sky. Stars come out. So I used to say a giant word thud. A thud particle would come out of you. But it looked kind of weird and it wasn't really working. And so I was thinking about how would a cartoon deal with this, and the stars I felt were a good solution. I think it reads a lot better, and I don't know, it's kind of funny also. I like that. So yesterday we also added smoke puffs that come out of your body when you crawl on the ground. It's kind of exaggerated, it's a little bit too much, but I don't know, I like it. It's kind of like a big fart cloud, which is kind of funny. So I like that. And yesterday we were working on what happens when you want to get up. And it was suggested in the chat that we try doing like a martial arts kick up. And so that's what we ended up doing. And it looks really good, I think. It's a very good suggestion, and I'm really glad we tried it out. So what happens when you press spacebar is you put your legs back and you jump up. Works pretty well. It took some time to get the animation and the timing and everything to look right. But I think it reads pretty well. I think you can kind of tell what's happening. If we take a peek at the animation, you'll see that there is some pretty major stretching happening. So the legs go back, and then they shoot forward in the span of one frame. If you want something to really explode, you just do it in one frame. And then here, the legs become... they become a little bit inhuman. Like, your legs should not be that long. But it works for the animation. It kind of sells it. And then we just kind of lerp the player back up. Ray Elvisser says, loving all the 2D effects they have into the Spider-Verse vibes. Yeah, I really like that movie a lot. And I was thinking about how to sell this better, and because there's this kind of camera movement when you're on the ground and you get up, and the camera just like, you're not really that tall of a character, so it doesn't really move that far. So it didn't really sell it that you were like jumping upwards. But the speed lines pick up a lot. We'll do it in slow motion this time. And the speed lines kind of sell the effect. Make it really clear that you're kind of rocketing upwards. Something else we added was, so if you press spacebar, you jump. But if you trying to jump laterally or backwards, don't jump, but you instead do a little dash move. So if you hold down left and jump, you kind of do a little same thing for backwards. And we're gonna give that a try. See if that works as like a fun little dodge move for the player. I think I left in some debug. Let me see if I can. Yeah, there it is. Let's get rid of that debug. Yeah, so that is what we're trying out. Let's see how that works. Yeah. Pastoral Max says speedrunners are going to be facing backwards and dashing to their goal now. So I'm trying to figure out how do I. That's not really something that I want. I don't really want the player to just like dash sideways the entire level. So I gotta find some way to limit it. Like the most straightforward way is some kind of like stamina bar, something like that. I kind of, I don't know. I have feelings about abilities that drain a meter. I think they can be difficult to do well. But I don't know. I might end up having to do that. Eric's comic says, interesting. Will there be no way to jump backwards? I don't think so. Right now, there is not, no. Because like jumping forwards, there's a utility to it in that you can clamber up surfaces and reach clamberable surfaces. But jumping backwards was more of a. I mean, I guess you could jump it backwards onto a table or something, or when you're trying to maneuver around. But I don't know. I think it's okay to not have that. Pastoral Mac says, I mean, right now it's pretty smooth and floaty. You can make it more stiff and snappy, which may make it less viable as locomotion. Yeah, I was thinking about like giving you a little pause or like freezing you in place after you do a dash. Yeah, that could be worth trying out. There is something there's something I do kind of want to preserve the feeling of keeping your momentum. Like there's something satisfying about doing 2 dashes in a row. But I don't know. We'll figure something out. All right. What else? Oh, Ray Elvisser says, a little ducking movement of the camera would help sell that side dash a lot. I think Halo Reach did that for when your world model does a sideways roll. I like that. Yeah, that could be fun. Could add that to our list. Okay. So today, I was thinking we could try to figure out the health system a little bit. So right now we have this health system where your wounds appear on the left side of the screen, very prominent. And then if you go to right click, context mode, context menu mode, and mouse over it and then activate it. Right now, the bullet wound is not hooked up to anything. But,
Drop the weapon now!
that is placeholder audio that I was just trying out. It's a voice clip from the game Payday 2. And that will be replaced later by a voice clip from a non-existent for this game and not that game. So we need something for what happens when you click on this. She puts out a fire on her hand. Well, yeah, I mean that works. Kind of weird, but sure. I was thinking you could I was thinking it could be some kind of like medical bandage of some kind you could find in the world. But I'm wondering what happens if you just don't have any bandages. I guess you just can't heal yourself. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we just want a generic bandage item for every injury that you have. I like how simple that is. But I don't know if it's a good fit for this game. Let me take a look at what damage conditions we have in the game. I think I made a master list in here somewhere. Alright, what do we got so far? We have bullet wounds. We have you are on fire. We have a fire has wounded you. We have glass stuck in your body. And we have shrapnel stuck in your body. Okay. So shrapnel, I think we can do... Oh, you know what? Maybe we just don't have... Maybe we don't need resources for these. Maybe they could just be like manual things. Like shrapnel, we could I don't know, stick pliers in. Ugh. That's kind of gross, actually. You can put a big magnet on yourself. I don't know. That's when we finish that ready. Fire wound. We don't really have a good solution for that. And we also have the bleeding out state. So when you're bleeding out, you can mouse over bleeding out and heal yourself. Haven't hooked it up to anything yet. So we need something there. I was thinking you could like put an IV in yourself and put like a blood bag that hangs on a little on your shoulder or something like that, a little metal rack. I think that'd be pretty funny. I was also thinking it could be kind of funny if you put the blood bag on your mouth and you just drink the blood. I think that's not medically accurate. I think that's not how you put blood into your body, but I think if it's space blood, maybe it'll make more sense or be more believable. But don't know what happens if you don't have a blood bag. And does that just mean you die? Maybe you can like find someone's body and like get their blood somehow. Kind of like that. A lot of things to think about. Our orchestry says you could have it so that fixing bleeding out is like adrenaline or something. But if you don't get blood, your bleed out meter does not get recharged for next time you get down. Oh, okay. So you're saying like fixing the bleed out is more like a bonus instead of saving you. Eric's comic says, with the hanging blood bag, you could prevent entry into confined places. Might add insult to injury, though. That's pretty funny. Kind of like that. Florian Veltman says, what if you can process enemy bodies with a device that can generate healing items? Maybe you have to choose which type of healing item you get from it. Interesting. I kind of like that. Yeah, sorry, I haven't really thought this through completely, so I kind of not quite sure what's the best way to do this, or what's the best thing to try out right now. I think I might need to think about this a bit more. Yeah, I don't really know. We can move on to something else then. Yeah. Shrapnel wounds. Ray Elvisser says, if you dissolve an enemy corpse with a chem bomb, you can retrieve the implanted defibrillator. That's really good. Love it. Yeah, I don't know. We can work on the wound stuff when we have something more cemented down. Alright, how about let's do some more map level design stuff then. Always more level design to be done. Ooh, I can remove some stuff from here actually. Speed lines when doing dash move. Done. Okay. All right, let's load up our little test map. Okay, oops. Got some test stuff in our test map that I want to get rid of. All right, let's figure out what we want to do here. Okay. Looks all right. Okay. So something we should do is give these catwalks a bit of love. I'll give them some textures and give them some railings or something like that. Trying to figure out what's the best way to do that. Like, I don't know if the railing should be a model or if it should be brushwork. And I guess the railing might also make it pretty tricky to clamber onto these things. Well, maybe we just don't need railings then. All right. Let's take a look at what textures we have. Textures, walls. Okay. So these are the textures that we're using in the map that we made for the announcement trailer. But I think the art direction is moving a little bit. It's not going to be quite the same as the announcement trailer. I think these textures are a little bit too busy. I think some of them are okay. Like, I think these are fine. I think these are good. But some of them are a little bit too high density. I generally like that. Oh, cool. All metal yellow doorway B. Okay, let's give this texture a shot. I've got a perfect place for you. Oh! Oh no! Wait, what happened? Oh shoot, did my changes get gobbled up? Pretty sure, yeah, I built a room down here before. It's like a doorway and stuff. What happened? I don't like it when my changes get gobbled up. That's a bummer. I must have accidentally checked in a bad version. Okay, well, let's see if we can fix this. Oops, no, don't want that. So, what we're going to try to do is go to our maps folder and click on the map file and go to show log. And we're going to see what the heck's going on here. Hopefully, I guess it didn't. Ideally, what would be great is if there was a check-in note that said, "Hey, added a little room down there," and then I could just revert to that version. But unfortunately, I cannot do that because my notes were not that good. Florian Veltman asked, do you intend the progression to be level-based, or are you intending for the player to get to know the ship, like in System Shock? Right now the idea, or the plan, is for player to kind of get to know the ship pretty well. So there will be like a set layout, and the player will get familiarized with the layout of the big starship. Glace Gwyneth asked, are these Doom textures? They are not, no. They are textures that I made myself. Alright, so I think what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of go through the files and see which of these has the door in it. If we find the one with the door in it, then we can just revert to that version. Wow, what's it taking so long? Alright, not this one. Let's see if I had it on Tuesday. Nope. Monday. So I'm looking for a specific door model that no. Maybe I just didn't check it in. I mean, it's not a huge deal. I just kind of don't like redoing work over again. No. Yeah, sorry if this isn't super interesting. But sometimes your files just get messed up. Alright, I think this might not. I guess I just didn't check it in. Well, looks like I messed up. That's fine. Let's just redo it then. Not a big deal. Yeah, let's just redo it. And go like that. And you are gonna go like so. Okay. And then we're gonna add a wall over here, and a wall over here. Okay. Then we're gonna go to this map. And we're gonna copy you. You. Copy. 6, do not save. Paste you down. something like that. Do you want to make a flush with the wall? Nah, let's give it a little. I think it looks nice when you add a little indentation. Okay. That's good. Copy you, rotate you, and plop you down right there. Okay, looks good. Let's tuck everything in. Okay, looks pretty good. Okay. Nice, nice, nice. And the last touch is we need to kind of block off the door frames because the AI doesn't really. You need to tell the AI that the door frame is there and to not like run into it. So you kind of block it off with this special brush. That tells the AI, hey, there's a thing here. Don't get stuck on this thing. Okay. I think that's it. Let's try it out. Florian Veltman says, it's great to see how readable these files are, though. Yeah, so something I really like about Doom 3 is that I think most or all the files, at the very least most of them, are very human readable. Like they're just plain text files. And there's something really nice about that. I think, from what I can remember, I think Doom BFG version, they kind of stopped doing that. I think for performance reasons, because I think it goes a little slower if you leave things in text format. But I really like how moddable and modifiable things are in this game. Oh, right. I should fix this door before I go any further. It's going the wrong direction, I'm pretty sure. Move direction 270. Oops. Try it again. Perfect. So hopefully what also should happen is that once the door closes, will not render the stuff behind it. Come on. Sweet. Cool. So the reason why that works is because we added a big viz portal brush there to block off, or to tell the engine that when the door closes, don't render stuff behind it. And it's a nice optimization. make things run nice and smoothly. All right, and let's double check pathfinding. Looks right. Let's bother the AI. You goof, I'm not over there, I'm over here. Yeah, I guys got him confused. Alright, so they're able to move around. That's great. Cool. What else? Yeah, let's check in that change, just because I want to make sure that the change doesn't get gobbled up again. Let's see, what do we do? Debug stuff. All right. Okay. Right. I forgot. The reason why I did all that was because I wanted to try out this door texture, this door frame texture. What was it? Wall metal yellow doorway. It's a pretty cumbersome name. Wall metal yellow doorway. Okay. Looks good so far. Do we have a good texture for you? Wall metal gray plane. Let's try that. Okay, let's try it out. Eric's Comics asked, does the AI avoid chem puddles yet? They do not. That's something I gotta figure out. I'm not sure how easy that's gonna be. Cool. It's a little door frame texture. Got some nice normal maps on it. It's good. It's good. I like it. Yeah, that works pretty well. It would be nice if there's a little, like, what do you call it? Molding on the ground right here. Between the ground and the wall. Is that what it's called? Baseboard? I don't know. I don't remember the term for it. Ooh, it's kind of nice. Little glint of light on that edge right there. Good. Makes it look like it's a rounded corner. So I think something that we need is a light fixture that we can attach to walls pretty easily. I wonder if we could just adapt this model. Let's try that. You, close you. You. Oh. All right, let's make a light fixture. Let's see. Models, objects. Ooh, what was it called? I don't even know what I called it. Light long? Aha. Yeah, let's just take this model and we'll call it light all. Sure. Yeah, let's find out what size we want it to be. I really wish I made this door a little bit wider. Like, currently it's 64 units. I mean, I guess that makes sense. Like, a big wide door like that. I guess that might look kind of weird. All right, that's fine. We'll just keep going with this. Yeah, how about a light fixture that's something like that? Would it be better if it was wider? That work? Is that too big? I kind of like the, yeah, I kind of like this, making it too big, because then that means there's more chances of it accidentally getting shot or something. Okay, so 96 units wide. Cool. All right, let's modify this thing. Don't need 2 tubes of light. We only need 1. We're gonna delete you. We don't need this thing. Delete that. Gotta start simplifying. So this is one of the earlier models I made, and I think it's a little bit... I kind of don't need this detail, this little beveled edge. It's a little bit much. A little bit unnecessary. Okay. 48. That is 96 units. Perfect. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna squeeze this thing. Sorry about that. Yeah, so we're going to resize this to fit inside this box I made. How many uses that? 16 units in. Okay, good. Okay. That's good so far. What else? So we kind of get rid of this bit over here since it's getting dug into a wall. We're not going to see it. Delete you. I'm going to straighten you out. Okay, so that could work. Pull up it on a wall. I wish there was something that made it more... What do you call it? Like, it doesn't really... Light fixtures are not just a piece of metal that you just stick into a wall. You need some kind of, like, way to fix it to a wall. Some kind of base of some kind. I mean, we could just put a big rectangle behind it, and that might be fine. Does not give me the results that I want. Whoa, that's pretty funny. Kind of cute. Um, hmm, 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 hmm. I want the real grungy stuff. This is all stuff for houses. Well, okay. This search has been, it's not very useful for me. I think what I'm gonna do is we're just gonna make a rectangle that comes out of this thing. The 1 point. Good size. 2. Oops. Let me fill you in. And finally we go that. All right. Yeah, that looks a lot better, I think. I'm just gonna shove you like that. Yeah, looks good. Okay. Oh, did it get textured automatically for me? It kind of did. Kind of weird looking. Okay. Something I think might be kind of nice is if, since we have this little bevel thing right here, we might as well try to take advantage of it and give it a nice texture. Let's see if we could do that. Oops. Master game, base, models, objects, light. Where is it? Oh. Texture. Oh, okay. Using a wall texture. Never mind then. It's just going to make it more complex. I'll leave it. All right, cool. Nice wall light texture. Then we'll put this into the map. Awesome. I think I'm gonna leave it there for now. Thanks for joining me. This has been a lot of fun. I think we're making lots of good progress. I'm really excited with the new movement stuff and like how this test map is shaping up. Yeah, it's cool to see all the pieces start to finally kind of come together and start to kind of see the shape of the game. Yeah, I'm really excited about that. And thanks for hanging out. It's fun to hang out with y'all, and it makes development a lot more fun for me. Cool. All right. Have a good weekend, y'all. I will see you all next time. Bye for now.